Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brad, and welcome back to Screaminpirate EDC. Today we're going to be doing another plunder or plank. That's where I decide, do I plunder a knife, keep it in the collection, or does it walk the plank? But before we get into it, go ahead, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Affiliate links in the description. But with all that being said, let's get into it. Alright guys, so today we're taking a look at the QSP XL Penguin. Now, this particular variant is the top of foil variant, so there's like a carbon fiber in here, and this belongs to David over at QSP. This does say sample on it, okay? This is not the full production model, just so you guys know. With that being said, we're going to do some specs. They'll be up on the screen. But let's talk about the knife itself, guys. I am pleasantly surprised, especially with the weight. The weight is what got me on this one. So, yeah, it's a carbon fiber like composite, but for this knife, guys, 3.5 ounces, okay? And we're looking at, let's see here, got my handy dandy ruler. Yes, I watched Blue Clues as a kid. Yeah, guys, we're looking at just under 3.5 inches, or right at, on the blade. Guys, that's 1 ounce an inch. Isn't that the goal of like half the knives we look at? I thought that was pretty cool. I wanted to point that out for you guys. Also, I am loving how thin this is. Look at how incredibly thin that is. Very, very cool. The other thing I'm really liking is multiple deployments. You have a flipper and you have studs on both sides. Super cool. Well, before I get into more of my thoughts on the knife, personally, wanted to do some size comparison. So first up, I figured the most logical is my pick for my favorite budget knife last year, the regular Penguin. So this is obviously from QSP as well, and you can see how much bigger the XL is. After that, same price point, similar, which we'll get into price. This is going to be the 80-20.5. All right. Another favorite around this price is going to be the ProTech Malibu. There we go. After that, the always popular Benchmade Bug Out. And then finally, the very cool, just released WE Snex Vision R. So I've said a few times they're similar in price. So what is the price of this one? So this specific one with this scale is going to come in right around $180. I think for this running, I'm going to double check myself, 20 CV and carbon fiber for $180. I like that price, guys. I really like that price. That's cool. So now that price is out, let's talk about what I always talk about on knives. So first up, ergonomics. I wear a large glove. This is where it falls on my hand, okay? Next up, deployment. So flipper, thumb stud, reverse flick, and for all you lefties out there, okay, D10's nice and crisp. I don't have a problem with that. It is a little strong on the close, as you can see. It takes a little bit of shaking. You could easily tune that lock bar. It would not be hard on this knife. All the chamfering is nice and good. I have all my edges are rounded. I love to see that. Yep, nothing sharp, nothing that I can feel that I dislike there. Now, as far as that being said, you guys will love this with roundness. See that wire clip? It's reversible. That's great. I love to see a deep carry reversible wire clip. Jimping. Jimping is good. It's not gonna say be the most aggressive jimping, okay? but it will keep you in place. A lot of what's going to keep you in place on the knife is going to be, the flipper tab, which is basically acting as a guard there. But I don't feel like this is going to slip out of my hand. Torx bit sizes, guys. Let me grab my Torx bits. There is a link to these in my Amazon store. So if I am remembering, I'm going to try to grab the right ones. There is my T8. There is my T6. So my pivot, pivot's T8. And so is my screw holding my clip in place. Now my body screws, are going to be T6. Do I wish they were T8? Yes. Does it really matter? At under $200 on a knife this pretty? No. Guys, it'll be fine. Now, this knife is flat ground. I will try to have a close-up of that for you guys. But I have not had any problems with it being flat ground and it cutting. So, guard board. Nice and sharp, cuts well. And as far as blade shape, guys, we're looking at, I would call it a sheep's foot. I would not call it a Wharncliffe, because a Wharncliffe you'd probably have a more drastic angle here. But it is probably my favorite blade shape out there. Hence all of its comparisons. Now, in and out of pocket have been fantastic. I've had no problems with that. It's, nice and easy. The deep carry clip really does help with that. There is lots of spring there in that clip, so it really does help with the ease of getting out of pocket. With that being said, guys, do I like the knife? Well, let's go ahead and head back for some final conclusions. Well, you got some specs, size comparisons, and my thought on the XL Penguin. But is it going to be plundered or planked? For right now, I think I'm going to actually plunder this, guys. This actually might be my favorite knife under $200 this year, so far. I like the ergonomics. I've always liked the Penguin, but wish it was just a touch bigger, because I always felt like I was just taking up the whole handle there. I don't on this knife. Multiple deployment is great. Now, the closing action isn't the best I've ever had at a knife in this price point, but I mean, not many, check all these boxes and have 20 CV for under $200. That's good. And I like this as much as I like, say, my Bug Out. I would carry this knife literally as an EDC knife. I would also feel comfortable that if somebody is looking for a gift and this is their price point, that's a damn good knife. A damn good knife to be giving someone. So with that being said, guys, definitely a plunder for me. Possibly knife of the year under $200, which I think says a lot considering some of the competition. Well, guys, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Affiliate links in the description, and I'll catch you on the next one.